Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Big East studio here in New York City. Ben Piasek filling in for Megan Caffrey, and here with the latest scoop in all things Big East Olympic sports. And we've got a huge weekend ahead. Fall Conference Championships kick off in Attleboro, Massachusetts on Saturday with the 2022 Big East Cross Country Championships presented by Jeep. The Butler men's team and Georgetown women's squad will be looking to defend their titles. The women's 6K race will start at 11 a.m. and the men's 8K run will start at 11:50. As always, you can catch full coverage of the events on the Big East Digital Network on Flow Sports. And then on Sunday, it's the first round of the 2022 Big East Women's Soccer Championships, which will take place on campuses across the conference. Those matchups are still TBD, with seeding implications on the line tonight. Georgetown and Xavier have locked up the 1 and 2 seeds respectively, each earning a first-round bye. St. John's, Creighton, and Butler have all clinched their spots in the championship, leaving UConn, Marquette, Villanova, and Providence competing for that last slot. First-round matches will kick off on Sunday before the 4 remaining teams make their way to the Maryland Soccerplex in Boyds, Maryland for semifinal action on Thursday. In men's soccer, Georgetown earned Offensive Player, Defensive Player, and Goalkeeper of the Week honors, coming off a perfect 2-0 week with wins against formidable Seton Hall and Xavier squads. With the wins, the Hoyas secured at least a share of the regular season title and could become outright regular season champions with a win or tie in their next 2 matchups. But Seton Hall, Xavier, and Butler are each still on the hunt for their own share of that regular season title. In terms of championship implications, here's what we know now. Georgetown will be the number 1 seed and Seton Hall is in. Butler and Xavier can lock up their spots with wins this weekend, and UConn could as well with a win of their own and a loss by either Creighton or Providence. So safe to say a big-time weekend in Big East football. And now here's Megan Caffrey's conversation with Georgetown women's soccer goalie and regular season champion, Ali Auger.
The Georgetown women's soccer team are Big East regular season champs, as I'm now joined with goalkeeper Ali Auger. Ali, thank you so much for joining me. Big East regular season champs. How exciting is it for your team to have that title?
Yeah, it's super exciting. I think it's been a few years since we've earned it. It's always a battle, so to be able to walk away with that first accomplishment is huge, and now we have our sights set on the next trophy.
Looking back at the battle of the regular season in the Big East, where were you tested and learned the most about your team in the regular season?
I think it's difficult to pinpoint one game. I think we get everyone's best game, which makes us better, and there's different threats on each team. You have Xavier, Butler, Providence. Each team has their ability to score and to get a shutout and to stop what we have on the attack. So I think just all around, it's every game trying to figure out what works best for us.
Speaking of shutouts, Ali, your team leads the nation in shutout percentage. How are you and your teammates so strong with that?
I think it's just a mentality point of view. It's the idea that we're going to get stuck into tackles, and every single person that steps on the field is going to defend. They're going to defend hard. A goal is to get a shutout, but it doesn't necessarily mean we have to in order to win the game. And so going in with that mentality, it takes the pressure off, but also it's the idea that it's possible and it's doable.
Possible and it's doable also with having you in net as a goalkeeper on the team. Let's dive in a little deeper there. What is your mentality in net?
It's just the minute that whistle blows, it's all about the ball. And that's the one thing that matters. And it's funny because everyone jokes around that like something changes inside me when I step on the field and get going. But it really is just, it's another game, another opportunity to play the game I love to play and to do something special with this team.
What is it as a goalkeeper that maybe has to click? Do you go into a calm zone, or is it high adrenaline? Take us into your mind a little.
I think it's a little bit of both. it's a calmness to know that you can control the outcome of the game, but also the adrenaline that you're going to win this game no matter what it takes. And I think any keeper can sympathize with the pressure and the stakes of it, but I think it's the pressure that makes you play your best.
Allie, thank you so much for joining me. Best of luck in the tournament.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now let's take a look at some of the schedules around the conference this weekend. In field hockey, the key matchup to watch Friday is Old Dominion versus Liberty. If Liberty wins, they will be the outright regular season conference champs and the #1 seed in the championship. If Old Dominion wins, well, things get a little more complicated, but it means that each of these 4 games will play a crucial role in conference tournament seeding. And now let's take a look at that men's soccer Saturday slate one more time. Georgetown looking to win the regular season outright with a win or tie versus Marquette, and Butler and Xavier each looking to lock down their spots in the conference championship with wins. As always, you can get the full schedule for all sports at BigEast.com. Well, that's going to do it for us here in New York City. We'll see you next week down in Boyd's, Maryland for a fresh edition of The Scoop. Thanks for watching, everybody.